Let's go over showmanship. You are a performer, and so you need to get in the performer's mindset. See, your emotional connection with your work is clearly visible. And so when you put raw emotion and presentation and showmanship into your show, it just enhances it tenfold. So before shows, what I like to do is I like to reset my nerves a little bit because I want to be in control. And so I'll take a deep breath, just I'll hold my body upright in a confident position because remember, from the communication model, your physiology creates your emotional state. And so if you're not feeling confident, hold yourself up and stick your chin up. Now, of course, you don't want to be throwing light shows like this the whole time, but as you're starting, come in with that aura of confidence. Another aspect of showmanship is channeling the emotions. And so every song carries some sort of emotion. And often these songs will make you feel a certain way. If it's Millennium, it might be some sort of sad boy feel. Or if it's Excision, it might be aggressive and hardcore. Whatever emotion is being captured by the song, you want to capture that emotion in your show too. And so if it's some crazy aggressive song, you could even like furrow your eyebrows and go aggressive and like do some crazy fast moves or fast whips. Just channel that aggression. Whereas if it's like a sad song, you know, you may be looking down and like doing some flowy moves and just looking sad. As long as you're channeling the correct emotion with the right song, then you're doing showmanship right. Now, another way to channel showmanship is by having a direct connection with the audience. And I mean like looking at them in their eyes. Generally, when we're throwing shows in person, we're not looking at them the whole time while we're doing our moves, because that would be kind of weird and they'd probably get pretty uncomfortable with it. You can utilize this looking directly at them as a part of your showmanship, and that's really called a fourth wall break. See, as a performer, imagine we are Deadpool in the movie, right? The viewer is watching us give some sort of movie or give some sort of show. And we are the performers, and during the song, we can choose to break that fourth wall and look directly at them. And that really creates that connection between you and the viewer. When you utilize these appropriately, you can really shake up the viewer and bring them back in. And so one example is in that Skrillex song, Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. Right before the drop, there's that sound. Yes! Oh my God! So you could totally be flowing or whatever, and then as the drop hits, you know, right before the drop, yes, oh my God. Or you could like, yes, oh my God, and just look directly at them. And then they'll be shooken up because they'll be like, why is this person looking at me? But it just exudes confidence because you're not just dancing with your fingers, but it's your whole body, your whole personality, and you're even connecting with them and reminding them that you're in control here. Now, one way to reset if you're all wrapped up in your head or if you're overthinking is take a concept that you're really comfortable with. Let's say like your finger rolls. Let's say you're throwing super fast and you're overthinking and you're not listening to the music, but you know in your head that you're just kind of going too fast. What you want to do is just take that finger roll and just slow it down. And just do it automatically, you know? Don't even think about it. Just, you should have this finger roll automatic already, right? So you're going super fast, and then just slow it down and take a breath as you're doing this. And if you need to, do it again. Take a breath and kind of reset yourself. Now, when you take these moves that you're comfortable with and you slow them down, it gives your brain time to relax. And so you could utilize these when you notice yourself just kind of going through the motions. Another thing I want to touch on is make sure your viewer can actually see the show. You want to be in their frame of view. And so if you're trying to do whips behind your back, but they can't see your lights behind your back, then it's useless. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna look cool at all. And you're just gonna look like a chicken with your arm stuck like this. Or if you're doing tuts that are like way up here or like way out here and they're sitting on the ground and they have to like strain their neck to look up at it and they could barely even see it, it just puts a lot of pressure on the viewer. And this is something I'll cover more in the box theory later in the impacting section. Of course, with showmanship, you want to use a wide variety of space, whether that be on this X plane right here, on this Y plane, or this Z plane. Just don't go way, way out of frame, unless you're doing some type of, like, I don't know, energetic, like, explosion or something where you, like, drop it down. That could totally be showmanship, as long as you're using it tastefully. I didn't have any showmanship for a long time. And you could throw a show with only finger rolls and fundamentals and have killer showmanship, and you could still blow people's minds. One example is Starlight. She has amazing showmanship, and she also has amazing technical moves and fundamentals and foundations. She's an overall great glover. And her showmanship is next level because she channels characters and emotions. And that's how she's able to win competitions, where even though her techniques might not be as technical or advanced as other techniques, she understands the music and channels that emotion of the song. And that is what really captivates the viewer. And so 2 people I highly recommend you watch are Starlight for showmanship and also Puppet. Puppet has amazing showmanship because he gets into characters and you could see it all across his face where he'll like glare at the camera or he'll be super happy and smiling. Those are people you want to look up to for their showmanship and emulate the way that they channel emotions. Now your action item for this video is record 1 light show and focus specifically on showmanship. If you can, throw in a 4th wall break in there where, you know, you look at the camera right before the drop, or one of those, and post it in the Facebook community and we'll give you some feedback on it so you could up your showmanship. I'm looking forward to seeing those videos.